Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Akwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great milestone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Ahmad Bayan coming to you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Akwadash. Right. Video time. Let's see what's going on here with the things that you all is be putting in your body.
Well, time now for the morning stir, and McDonald's, as you've never seen it before, this morning revealing secrets to some of your favorite menu items for the first time.
If McDonald's workers refuse to eat certain meats, there's a reason. Some things sit too long, others aren't what they seem, and a few might make you question your life choices. So, before your next order, let's talk about the meats you should absolutely avoid, starting with McRib. Ever wonder why the McRib keeps disappearing and coming back? It's not because McDonald's is creating demand. The truth is, it only returns when pork prices drop low enough. It's the boomerang of fast food. You throw it away, but it keeps coming back. What are you eating? Not actual ribs. It's ground pork shoulder and trimmings pressed into a rib shape. It's like ordering ribs and getting a cardboard cutout with wheels.
And there's the whole thing here with 144 on the screen. There's the whole thing here with these different meats that you just be consuming on a daily basis. You know, you people out there, you know, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians today, you know, we have laws, statutes, and commandments that we have to follow. You know, we have to keep the faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, as you know, alright, and guess what, you have to be more mindful of the things that you're consuming, alright, because many of these different meats is not only here in this particular industry that we're looking at here, you know, I don't want to call the name, but you know, overall, alright, and a lot of pork just be in these different meats, you know, the chicken nuggets, the what else, the beef, you know, they use a lot of these different type of meats, different wild meats, you know, they blend up these things together and you know, it basically defiled. Alright. Now they have the food coloring, and they also have the artificial flavorings and all these things to make it taste authentic, you know. But guess what? You know, this devil, he did a diligent search. He saw Edom. Alright, this is his kingdom. He did a diligent search. He knows how to basically deceive you, all right, and he knows that our people today is not to eat these different type of wild meats and pork and so forth, all right. The book of Leviticus told us what to eat and it told us what not to eat, all right, and Esau knows those things, all right. That's why he put these things in these different products, all right. But the scriptures talk about what? We will eat defiled bread amongst the heathens, among the Gentiles. Right?
The fake shape is held together with meat glue. Yes, meat glue is real. And
Alright, look at look at right here. You know? I'm gonna screenshot this. Yeah. Meat glue. You know, they put that in steaks, you know. That's why when you're cooking a steak, or you're cooking your what else, the lamb shoulders, you know, you will find that kind of rubbery part, not really the rubbery part, but the kind of next to the rubbery part, it will have like a thin gluey kind of texture, you know, and it's stretchy, and it, you know, even when you're chewing it, it worse than chewing gum. You know, it didn't even dissolving. You know, it not even mashing up. Alright? And that is these kind of things that you just be consuming. You know, you have to really be careful of the things that you're consuming today. Alright? Because Esau is, you know, he's coming on with great wrath. You know, Revelation 12:12. Alright? Why? Because he knows that he has but a short time. So he basically defiling, and more defile you're gonna get. Alright?
Not what you want to think about while eating. The ingredient list reads like a chemistry experiment. It once contained azotocarbonamide, used in yoga mats and shoe soles. When your sandwich shares ingredients with yoga equipment, you're getting more flexibility than you bargained for. McDonald's removed this chemical, but what else lurks in that patty? The sauce hides the meat's true flavor with high fructose corn syrup and preservatives. Those grill marks? Painted on with caramel coloring. About as authentic as a $3 bill.
See how deceiving this man is? You see how deceiving this man is? The grill marks is coloring. So this say, scripture say, never trust thy enemy. Never trust thy enemy. You Israelites out there, never trust thy enemy. This is the book of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Alright? And that's what you're seeing here, you know,
Bill.
with the fake grill marks and thing, you know, this is wickedness. You know, this is deceiving the people. Alright? He so deceive you with his technology. He deceive you with his foods. You know, he deceiving you with everything. And yet still our people today, they trust and believe in this man. You know, they kiss this man ass. You know, and they're not realizing that following and trusting in this man is only going to get you destroyed. This man is basically doing what our people today. He is leading our people astray. He's leading our people away from the true power, which is Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. This is what this devil is doing. But our people love this world. They love the fast food. You know, they love the pizza. They love the cheese. This cheese is what? I don't want to say what it is, but we know. You know? Same thing when you put in basically a bag. Right? What bag made of what a bag made of? I try my best to try and use certain words and bring it across a particular way. You know? But some of you do kind of slow in listening, or slow in hearing, or slow in what? Understanding. Alright?
The McRib contains 70% more sodium than claimed and stays fresh unnaturally long. It's the vampire of fast food, refusing to age naturally. These patties sit in warming trays for hours. They've been there so long they should be paying rent. The McRib might make you think twice about McDonald's meat offerings, but it's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to fast food secrets. If the McRib is this questionable, just imagine what lurks behind the breaded coating of other menu items. And speaking of breaded items, a standard McDonald's Chicken McNugget contains only about 50 to 60% actual chicken meat. The other 40% is apparently dedicated to making sure your body never fully understands what it just digested. The remaining ingredients include modified corn starch, salt, wheat starch, natural flavoring, dextrose, citric acid, and rosemary extract. That's just the chicken part. The breading adds another dozen ingredients, including hydrogenated soybean oil and TBHQ, a petroleum-based preservative that keeps the nuggets from going bad. The shelf life of these nuggets is so long, they might outlive your car payments. Remember the infamous pink slime photos that went viral years ago? Those images showed a pink, soft serve-like substance that was supposedly the base material for chicken nuggets. McDonald's has
So sad. And our people are just there trusting this man. Ecclesiasticus 12:10 again. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Alright? Because he come out and he speaks smooth words. You know, he tell you it tasting good. You know, this working well. Alright? This is good for you. You know, he comes out and tell you, he come out and tell you things like they did research, you know, and they test this and they test that and what they say, the science shows you which this devil does use a lot of pseudo science, you know, so like if I get the name wrong, right? He come out and he tell you, you know, he do his tests and whatnot, he run tests on it, and it shows you that it is helping this part, it is helping you in this part of your body and so forth, all kind of bullshit. He will come and he will tell you, you know, he will tell you not to use the herbs on the ground, the herbs that naturally growing, you know, because they haven't tested yet. So they don't know what it is it's going to do you and all these things. These are the kind of things that this man will come out and tell you. And tell you, well, his product is better than what the Lord basically created. You know? And you people trust and believe him. You know? That's why you all are going to be destroyed for a lack of knowledge, as the scriptures talk about. Alright? Because you're not realizing that this man, you know, he has a perpetual hatred against Jake. So he's going to do whatever he could to basically destroy Jake. Alright? 144 again on the screen, you know, and 2. That's confirmation right there. Alright? This is the book of Psalms 55 and 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. What is war? Alright? That's somebody coming violently somehow towards you. Alright? That war could come in all kind of different ways. And this man always have war on his mind. Alright? This man was blessed with the sword. Alright? The way of this world today, a lot of these different things, a lot of his you know, the going into his army, you know, the police, you know, all these different things is basically Esau's sword. Alright? His technology is part of his sword. His bioweapons is part of his sword. Alright? The food that you're consuming that is not real is part of his sword. Alright? This is what he was blessed with. Alright? And he already have a deceiving way about him. Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Alright? He speaks smoothly and tell you, you know, and make it colorful, make his advertisements and whatnot colorful and pretty and whatnot, you know. Have you looking at it, making the burger looking juicy, making the the shrimp and all these things to you jakes out there, eyes looking teasing to go after. You know, this man have all kind of ways of doing things. You know, and just drawing you all in, basically bringing you into that net. You know, into that snare, for you to do what? Setting you up to get destroyed. Alright? Why? Because you're lacking knowledge. And this is what we're here to do. We're here to open your eyes for you all to see the truth for what it really is. For you all to know who this devil is. Alright? The so-called white man. This is the book of Job. See, Spirit my Babakasha. This is what it says here about Esau Edom. Alright? This is Job 13 and 4. It says, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. This is how this devil is today. Alright? No kind of value. No nothing good about them. They are created crooked. You cannot make them straight. A lot of jakes out there look at them and say, well, you know, they could get saved and all these things. No. They already have what they have, what they have on this side here right now. In the kingdom, they're going to be there as slaves in the kingdom. You know, they're going to be beneath our feet. Alright? The nation of Israel is going to be ruling in that time. Alright? Not Esau. And not like what Nate came out and say that, you know, after 1,000 years, after Esau served 1,000 years, they're going to go back and, you know, we're going to go back into slavery. No. Have nothing like that. We are going to be ruling forever and ever and ever. Alright? That's the promise of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to the nation of Israel. And the promise that the Lord has to Esau is after 1,000 years he's going to be deleted completely. Alright? The other nations, they are not going to suffer that what Esau is going to get, what he's going to receive. Alright? So, you know, this video here was just, you know, something quick, just showing you the things that we're not supposed to be consuming and so forth. You know, even the people in that particular place that you see in here is complaining about the things that you're consuming there, you know, but yet still again Jake will continue going. Why? Because they just seeing it, they basically program, they just seeing it as food to their eyes. You know, they're wicked. Alright? You basically are, you are as they say out there, you are what you eat. Alright? You are what you eat. So our people today behaving like what? Pigs. You know? They see anything and they eat it, they consume it. That's not the way to be. If you're in this truth, you better just stop eating these kind of different things, because we're not supposed to be consuming these things. Alright? As a matter of fact, let me bring out one more script here before I close off. This is the book of Ezekiel 4. and verse 13. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh said, Even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I have driven them." Alright? So the Lord said we will eat defiled bread among the Gentiles. You know? Like literal food, and also different philosophies from different nations. You know? The Lord say what? Learn not the ways of the heathens. You know, don't follow in their footsteps. Follow Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Turn back, Israel, and understand what is taking place here, what is going on. Alright? So with that, I hope this lesson here was edifying to the nation of Israel. Alright, I will see you all on the next one, and I will say Shalom.